Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Sabansi. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a very, very serious show. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. And also follow the DREAMERSPRO podcast. We have that pinned in the comment section so you can catch all of our shows before they come out on YouTube. Check that out. We have that pinned in the comment. Let me get into this topic here. So as you guys know, the Lakers are now currently searching for their new head coach after we got the news that they have fired Darvin Ham. And not only have they fired Darvin Ham, they totally cleaned house and they got rid of his entire coaching staff. All of them are gone. Phil Handy, the rest of those guys, they're all up out of there. And now we're at the point where we're beginning to speculate who the Lakers' next head coach is going to be. You've heard candidates like Ty Lue, Mike Budenholzer to a certain extent. I don't know why the hell you would want Mike Budenholzer. Then you've heard people like J.J. Redick. And others. So this morning I came across a clip from ESPN, and it was a panel featuring Austin Rivers, Kendrick Perkins, Malika Andrews. I forgot the other lady's name. Please forgive me. So they're talking about the Lakers and blah, 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 and all of this and all of that. And as I'm watching Kendrick Perkins, you could see Kendrick Perkins beginning to get visually perturbed and annoyed at what was being discussed. And in certain moments, he couldn't actually restrain himself from commenting. So when it then came time for Kendrick Perkins to actually comment, he started to call out the stars of the Lakers, and by addressing them by their salaries, earning $50 million a year, and basically was calling them divas. And then he took it a step further where he said, listen, they asked him, well, who do you think should coach the Lakers? And he said, I think LeBron James should coach the Lakers. Since he knows it all, let him coach the Lakers. And I was like, wow. Even Austin Rivers put his head like, damn. He was laughing. So what we want to do is want to play exactly what Kendrick Perkins had to say about the current state of affairs with the Lakers as it pertains to their head coach search. And then we're going to come back and react to his comments. Take a listen to what Kendrick Perkins had to say here.
By Darvin Ham. But Perk, first I want to start with you. Is this the right decision to continue to maximize around LeBron James, around Anthony Davis?
Hell no. And look, this is not just a Laker problem. This is a league problem, right? Every coach that I talk to around the league, whether it's a head coach or assistant coach, the first word comes out of their mouth is diva. And that's what they describe these players in today's game. They're divas. You cannot coach them. You cannot hold them accountable. Because if you tell a guy that's making $50 or $60 million to fight or get over a screen, it's a problem. And they go to the head because they don't want to be coached. Now, when it comes down to the Lakers, this is a hard situation, especially when you're dealing with a guy by the name of LeBron James, who actually think he knows more than anybody else in the sport. So you have to make sure you have the right hire and bring in a guy that he wants, If you bring in a guy that he wants, then your organization is going to go smooth. Everything is just going to go fine. You're going to get the best version of LeBron James, and then it's going to ripple down to Anthony Davis. But I'm so over this. I mean, damn. Real talk, league-wide. Think about this, Austin, Sinead, Malika. Adrian Griffin, 30-13. That man lost his job, fired, gone.
They already called for docs.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's just how it works.
Be an interesting choice as well. Perk, you're throwing up your hands here.
Because I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know who should be their coach. Maybe LeBron should retire and be the head coach. I mean, maybe that should be it, right?
Well, we know that's not going to happen.
I'm just saying. So, like, who's going to sit in that seat, right? That's going to demand the respect, right, from LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Like Woj just alluded to, Ty Lue is probably not going to be available, especially not right now. So when you look around the league, are you going to bring in a guy that has zero experience and put him in that chair, all right, that you could trust not to have a hidden agenda that's going to coach the locker room the exact same and hold everybody accountable? This is the first time that I actually don't know.
So you heard what Kendrick Perkins had to say. Listen, I think Kendrick is 100% on the money. I was listening to a segment. Let me see if I can find it, because, man, it was so good. I was listening to a segment on, Speak. And on the panel, it was Joy Taylor, Rick Bucher, TJ Hausmanzadeh, and James Jones, and they were talking about the news surrounding the Lakers firing Darvin Ham, and I believe it was James Jones who was weighing in on the issue. If you guys haven't seen that clip, I suggest you go see. I highly recommend you go see that clip. It was published just yesterday. I recommend you go watch that clip. In that clip, it seemed like James Jones finally reached his breaking point with the Lakers and their players and this constant coach blaming culture that the Lakers are cultivating over the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years. And he essentially was blaming the players. And he said when we won our championships, we were running the same damn plays. When we lost our championship, when we were losing games, it was the same damn plays we were running. And he was like, the Lakers should get whatever coach LeBron James wants. Whoever LeBron James wants, that's who they should get. If LeBron gonna play for the next 2 years, get him a coach that he wants for the next 2 years, and then after that, fire the coach, and then go get a new coach. He's basically saying that the fundamental issue with the Lakers are their inability, their proclivity to not take accountability for their own failures as players, and constantly pointing blame to coaches. Constantly. He said the reason that the Lakers underachieve is because of the Lakers players. This is an NFL player saying this, a professional athlete, who I think that these guys are beginning to get tired of the LeBron James farm. Which brings me to LeBron and coaches. Are you guys aware that with this new hire, this underway, LeBron would be having his 9th head coach in his NBA career? That is an average of 2.3 head coaches, getting a head coach every 2.5 damn near years over his 21-year career. That is madness. That is total madness. Let's go through some of the coaches. Paul Silas, Mike Brown, Eric Spoelstra, David Blatt, Tyronn Lue, Luke Walton, Frank Vogel, Darvin Ham, and now the new coach is going to be the 9th coach. LeBron is the common denominator here. 9 head coaches. 9 head coaches. It's beginning to seem to me that LeBron is a player that cannot be coached. Because to quote Kendrick Perkins, he knows it all. And when you believe you know it all, how can you take the advice of someone? It's a serious question I'm asking you. If you believe you have all the answers, how can a person that believes they have all the answers listen to anyone else but themselves? LeBron's podcast is essentially an exhibit for him to display his knowledge in basketball. Look at how smart I am at basketball. And that's the reason why Kendrick Perkins said, then you go be the coach. You go be the coach. If you know it all, then be the coach. But then I got to ask the next question. If you know it all, why does your teams consistently lose? We know you don't respect the coaches. We saw what you did to Darvin Ham. I have never seen an NBA player do that to a head coach on live television. I have never seen that type of disrespect. So, if you know it all, why do you keep yielding the same results? This is a thing. This is a thing with LeBron. They try to use Michael Jordan had Phil Jackson. What championships was Phil Jackson winning before as a coach? You bozos in the back. Wasn't Phil Jackson's first coaching job with the Chicago Bulls his first in his career? Prior to that, what was Phil Jackson, you dodos? He was an assistant head coach. So what championships did Phil Jackson have? To say, Michael Jordan had championship head coach. Where the championships? Where were the championships? LeBron James had a championship head coach for Eric Spoelstra. He left. He had a championship head coach with Ty Lue. He left. I don't know if they fired Ty Lue or whatever the hell happened in Cleveland. They didn't fire. I think he just left and then his contract expired, something like that. You had a championship head coach in Frank Vogel. He got fired. What's next? Who you going to hire? You going to call for Phil Jackson? Who you going to go get? So to me, man, look. Hopefully it gets to the point where athletes start calling this out. LeBron is a common denominator here. It's always somebody else's fault. This guy is a coach killer. 9 coaches? 9. That's madness. Jordan had 2 in his career. 2. Just 2. Kobe had, I believe, 4. 4. LeBron has twice that. 4. I think he had Rudy Tomjanovich. I forgot the coach he had was a rookie. Phil Jackson. Mike Brown. And Mike D'Antoni. 5. But damn, 9?